to see Curly awful bad. Gotta see him.
Why'd you turn around and look, you crazy woman?
Curly.
Well, you found yours. I gotta go hunt for mine.
Now what on earth is Ellen Bella Claremore? By gum, if you ain't crying.
Curly, I'm afraid of my life.
Great Lord.
Don't you leave me.
Great God Almighty.
Don't mind me crying. I can't help it.
Cry your eyes out.
Oh, I don't know what to do.
Here, I'll show you. About all a man can stand in public. Get away from me. I tell you, plumb away from me.
Oh, Curly, you don't like me.
Like you? My God. Get away from me, you.
Curly, you're sitting on the stove.
Oh, it's cold as a hunk of ice.
I wish you'd burn a hole in your pants.
You do you?
You heard me.
Well, Laurie, now you stay over there, and I'll stay over here, and you tell me what you wanted with me.
Well, Judd was here. He scared me. He's crazy. I never saw nobody like him. He talked wild, and he threatened me. So I fired him. I wish I hadn't. There's no telling what he might do now.
You fired him? Well, that's all there is to it. Tomorrow I'll get you a new hired hand, and I'll stay on the place myself tonight, if you're nervous about that hound dog. Now quit your worrying about it or I'll spank you. Hey, while I think of it, how about marrying me?
Gracious, what do I want to marry you for?
Well, could you maybe think of some reason why you might?
Can't think of nothing right now. Hardly.
Laurie, please, man, marry me. I don't know what I'm going to do if you don't.
Oh, Curly, I'll marry you, if you want me to.
I'll be the happiest man alive since we're married. Oh, I gotta learn to be a farmer, I see that. Quit thinking about throwing the rope and start to get my hands blistered in a new way. Country's changing, gotta change with it. Buy up mowing machines, cut down the prairies, shoe your horses, push them plows under the side. They're gonna make a state out of this territory. They're gonna call it Oklahoma. Country's changing, gotta change with it. Bring up a pair of new boys, new stock. Now I got you to help me, I'll mount to something yet. Oh, I remember the first time I seen you. It was at the fair, and you was riding that gray filly of blue stars. And I says to someone, who's that skinny kid with a bang hanging down her forehead?
Yeah, I remember. You was riding Broncos that day.
That's right.
And one of them throwed you.
Did not throw me.
I guess you jumped off them.
Sure, I jumped off.
Yeah, you sure did.
Hey, if there's anybody around this yard can hear my voice, I'd like for you to know that Lorna Williams is my girl.
Curly!
And she went and got me to ask her to marry me.
They'll hear you all the way to Chelsea.
Let 'em. That people say we're in love. Who cares what happens now?
Just keep your hand in mine.
Your hand feels so grand in mine. That people say we're in love. Starlight looks well on us. Let the stars beam from above. Who cares if they tell on us? Let people say we're in I'll say goodbye here, baby.
Can't you even stay to drink a toast to Curly and Laurie?
Time for the lonely gypsy to go back to the open road.
Wished I was going. And then you wouldn't have to be so lonely.
Look, Annie, there's a man I know who loves you like nobody ever loved nothing. A man who will stick to you all your life and be a regular Darby and Jones. And that's the man for you, Will Parker.
Oh, yeah? Well, I like Will a lot.
He is a fine fellow, young and handsome, strong like an ox.
I love him. All right, I guess.
Of course you do. And you love those clear blue eyes of his, and the way his mouth wrinkles up when he smiles.
Do you love him too?
I love him because he'll make my Ado Annie happy. Goodbye, my baby. I will show you how we say goodbye in Persia.
That was goodbye?
We have an old song in Persia. It says, one goodbye is never enough. I'm glad you married such a wonderful man as this Will Parker. You deserve a fine man, and you got one.
Hey, Will! Ollie, have them saying goodbye to me.
Ah, Will, I want to say goodbye to you too.
Oh, no, you don't. I just saw the last one.
Ah, you were made for each other. Be good to her, Will, and you be good to him. Goodbye, my baby. You don't mind, I am friend of the family now?
Did you say you was going?
Yes, I must. Back to the open road, the poor gypsy. Goodbye, my baby. Friend of the family. I will show you how we say goodbye in my country. Persian goodbye. Lucky fellow. I wish it was me she was marrying instead of you.
It don't seem to make an awful lot of difference.
Well, back to the open road, the lonely gypsy.
Ollie!
You ain't gonna think of that old peddler anymore, are you?
Of course not. Never think of no unless he's with me.
Then I'm never gonna leave your side.
Even if you don't. Even if you never go away on a trip or nothing. Can't you, once in a while, give me one of them Persian goodbyes?
A Persian goodbye? Well, that ain't nothing compared to an Oklahoma hello.
Hello, Will!
Hello, Annie.
What's the matter, Andrew? Why aren't you back in the bar getting drunk with the rest of the boys? Never see you stay so sober at a wedding party.
Been scared all night. Scared that Judd Fry'd come up and start for Curly.
Why, Judd Fry's been out of the territory for 3 weeks.
He's back. See him at Claremore last night, drunk as a lord.
Were you scared when that preacher said that about you take this there woman?
I was scared he wouldn't say it.
I was afraid Curly back out on me. They couldn't pick a better time to start in life.
It ain't too early and it ain't too late.
Starting as a farmer with a brand new wife.
Soon be living in a brand new state.
Brand new state, gonna teach it
Gonna give them barley, carrots, and potatoes.
pasture for the cattle, spinach and tomatoes.
Flowers on the prairie where the June bugs zoom.
Plenty of there and plenty of room.
Plenty of room to swing on home.
Plenty of heart and plenty of hope.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, and the waving wheat can sure smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. Oh, Oklahoma, every night, my honey lamb and I sit alone and talk and watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky. We know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma.